hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men... that all men are created equal. That they're endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Children, listen to me. There's been no cave-in. Everything's all right.
Oh, no, it isn't. My daddy says the whole town will fall into mine if they don't stop digging underneath
No,
it.
they'll stop long before anything like that happens.
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger. This is the mining camp of Gregory Gulch, Colorado, in the year 1859, the time of the great Pikes Peak rush. Now, beneath the town, a rich vein of gold zigzags through ground so soft and unstable that it takes all the skill of experienced hard rock miners to prevent daily cave-ins. A special breed of men, these hard rockers. Danger and even death are part and parcel of their work routine, as we shall see in this story I call The Watch.
You think your sister'd be there this late?
Well, she usually sticks around a while after school.
You think she enrolled me?
Well, I don't know. There's only one way to find out, Rafe. Ask.
All right, you men, snap it up. Snap it up. We haven't got all day. Get out the assay bags, Pogarski. Well, Miss Parker.
Oh.
This is a pleasant surprise.
Good afternoon, Mr. Short. Has my brother left already?
Oh, he's up at the assay office. Anything I can do?
Oh, that blasting this afternoon gave the school quite a shaking up.
Oh, well, I'm sorry if it disturbs you.
Mr. Short, is there a danger of the town caving into the mine? I mean, there's a rumor around
Oh,
that...
there's always a rumor around a mining town. Remember, Miss Parker, I'm down that tunnel myself whenever we set off a blast. I wouldn't worry about it.
I guess you're right.
Good. By the way, Miss Parker, I've been wanting to ask you...
Mary!
George!
Excuse me, Miss Parker.
What are you doing here?
I wanted you to come down and look over the school building to see if it was damaged any from that blasting this afternoon.
Oh, well, sure. We were going to drop by anyway after we got washed up.
We?
Oh, Mary, this is Rafe Pogarski. Rafe, Mary Parker, my sister.
It's a good meeting.
Rafe is from Poland. He wants to learn to read and write English so he can get his papers.
For to be citizen.
I see. Oh, Mr. Pogarski, my hand.
Oh, excuse me. I study very good.
Oh, I'm sure you would. It isn't that. It's just that we're terribly overcrowded already. We hardly have room for the children, even. I'm afraid I'd have to say no. I wish there were some way. Of course, if you would study hard on your own time, maybe I could guide your work in the evenings.
Oh, I study hard the hardest, and I pay too.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary.
Oh, yes, you deserve. But I have something else. This
Oh, no.
is Papa Pogarski's watch. This most greatest treasure I own is yours.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, please, it's a very good watch. Runs for 7 days. I wind back here like this. It run now maybe 50 years. Never run down, never stop.
All the more reason. It's a beautiful watch, but it's a family heirloom. It's priceless.
For to be citizen is priceless too. So is fair trade.
All right, Mr. Pogarski. Thank you.
You wine every Sunday.
I promise.
It ring the hour.
Oh, it's lovely. Perhaps if you could come tonight at 7, we could begin your lessons.
Oh, I'd be there. You bet I'd be there.
Okay, you run along now, sis, and we'll wash up and drop by the school.
Oh, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Short.
Oh, good afternoon, Miss Parker.
Come on, let's go.
Here's the rest of them reports. You know, it looks to me like that mucker Pogarski and that Parker girl hit it off right smart, huh? I sure gotta hand it to him, though.
What do you mean by that?
Well, him giving her presents and making out like he wants an education. You fool enough to believe that? Why, he's got it all figured. To see her every night. Now, when did any other man have a chance to do any courting?
Well, toss him out in his ear.
Well, what's stopping you?
He's the best man in the crew, and everybody knows it. They all figure it was personal. There must be a better way.
Could meet up with an accident, huh?
Oh, nothing like that. What if he quit? He'd have to clear out of the country to get another job. No other hard rocking around here.
But why'd he quit?
Well, he'd find some good reason to do that. Some mighty good reason. Oh, Pogarski. I've run into a little emergency I could use your help on. You better not wait. It'll take him a while.
Okay, I'll see you later, Ray.
I'd be there. You bet I'd be there.
The folks in town are getting nervous about a cave-in. Maybe if we did some double shoring back in number 2, they'd feel safer. Why don't you take a half a dozen of those timbers back to number 2 so the crew can set them first thing in the morning, huh?
Only one man for this job?
Well, Pogarski, I always figure you're the equivalent of 2 men. You bet I'd be there.
Ten times 9 is 90. 10 times 10 is 100.
10 times 11, 111?
It's not true, George.
Right. I'll take Mary's word for it. So you are her prize student.
It's true.
Well, then how come you're so dumb about other things?
This joke of some kind?
Oh, no, it's no joke. Take my sister, for example. Now, why do you think she didn't accept any invitation to that dance tonight?
She don't want to go.
Well, of course she does. She's been waiting for you to ask her.
Me?
Yeah.
You think she really go if I ask?
Bet.
No. No, she never go with me.
What's the matter with you, Rafe? You losing all your courage? Day after day, you let Short bully you around like a kid. Now you won't even stand up to a girl. One of these days, I'm gonna punch Short right in the mouth if you don't.
Please, George. No trouble. Not until I learn to read and write.
I want to speak to you a minute, Pogarski. I've got your pay here.
This all I get?
It's all you earned. You get paid according to the amount you muck, you know that.
But,
But what? Your production's falling way off, Pogarski, the lowest man in the crew.
That's because you keep doing extra work. I have no time for to muck.
Never mind excuses.
Men starve on this.
Well, if you don't like it, why don't you quit?
No. No, I work harder.
See you do that. Pogarski, We're 6 picks short on the tool count. They must have fallen off the car. You go back and find them, huh? Well, what are you waiting for? Afternoon, Miss Parker.
Oh, afternoon, Mr. Schultz.
Your brother's in the pay line. He'll be with you in a minute.
Thank you.
About the dance.
What's that?
Oh, it's just the earth settling a little. Miss Parker, about the dance, I'd sure like... All right, you men, we'll need a shoring crew. Grab the tool.
George!
Mary, get out of here. It's not safe.
Frank's in there!
Are you sure?
I saw him go in!
All right, just stay back. Ray! Can you hear me, Ray? Mary, get out of here, will you? It's not safe.
We can't leave Frank's in there! Something's happened on the mine! Something's happened on the
Come on, Mary, come on. You all right, Mary? No, he must still be in there. Look, we'll go after him, Mary. Just as soon as the dust clears, we'll go after him.
Now, I want you to listen to me. All of you. We were lucky that just a pocket let go. Lucky! If we go in and reopen that tunnel, the whole town could cave in next. I can understand how you feel about Pogarsky, but there's not one chance in 1,000 that he's still alive. And even if he is, it might take us days to reach him.
I say if there's one chance in 10,000 he's still alive, we ought to give it a try.
Dreadman! We'd be risking your lives and the lives of everyone in this town.
Well, double shores we go.
Let's get moving. Every minute counts.
All right. But you remember this. You're digging your own graves. And one big one for this whole town.
Is it really as hopeless as he says?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see, Mary.
Please, God. You should have slept longer.
Any news?
We've had another slide.
Anybody hurt?
5 men, but not seriously. Honestly, Mr. Bricker, is there a chance?
There's always a chance if he's getting air.
How long can a person live without food or water?
Man can go a long time without food. As for water, 10 days at most.
See, it's been 10 days. This is the 10th day.
He could have found water. A lot of springs feed into the tunnel.
Oh, it's nothing serious, Mrs. Jensen. A boulder caught his foot. He'll be all right. Right here.
Is the work going any faster?
Well, not much. Too risky.
Too risky to go any faster or any further, if you ask me.
No, Martha, what if it was me instead of Ray?
But it isn't you, and I don't want it to be.
Earth's settling a little.
And when the town caves in, I suppose you'll call that earth settling, too.
Martha, why don't you go on home and get some rest?
Please do, Mrs. Bricker.
Rest.
Let's get on with it, George.
I'll take over now.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Bricker. I hope you got some sleep.
Oh, not a wink, but I thought I'd better give you a hand. Will it never stop?
No. It won't, Mrs. Bricker, until they seal off that tunnel and quit digging. Not a man in the tunnel or a person in this town will be safe until they stop.
But you can't stop now.
Miss Parker, I know how you feel. We all feel the same way. But I've got a responsibility here, not only to keep this operation going, but to look out for the welfare of these men. They don't have sense enough to do it for themselves. Let's ask these men about it. They're all experienced miners. Let's ask them what they think the chances are now of finding Pogarsky alive. They weren't good to begin with, and it's been 11 days. How about it, you men? Lou? Frank? Mr. Bricker. Parker? Well, that's your answer. All right. We'll seal off the number 2 tunnel and open the new one tomorrow.
George. I reckon we ought to have some kind of services before we start the new work.
Yes. Someone go in and get the rest of the men. You men bring those benches over here for the women to sit on.
You see, sir, we don't have a regular parson. But my grandfather was one, and others here thought that that might put me in better standing. I don't know much about praying, but I remember a kind of a prayer my grandfather used to say that he said was meant for us miners. Only part of it I remember. I don't remember that real good. It was something like, even if I do have to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'm not afraid. That ain't my name. Us hard rock miners. I guess you know we know some. You see, sir, we don't have my
It is 11 days since the accident, isn't it?
I don't know much about praying.
If a watch can keep running, a 7-day watch, why couldn't a man? Oh, George, he's alive. I know he is. I know he is. Oh, listen to me, all of you. It's asking so much, but I know he's alive. I know he is. If he could just for a few more hours.
I thought this was understood, Miss Parker.
Yes, it was, but this feeling's so strong. Oh, it is asking a lot.
It is indeed. Asking these people to give up their lives for a man that can't possibly help.
Or for someone you just would rather not help, is that it?
Parker, you've been a miner since you were a kid. Is this your experience talking or your sister's emotion?
I may be putting it on a little bit heavy, but you were pushing Rafe around for a long time. And I think I got a good idea why, too. And it's just possible you might be just as happy to leave him sealed up in that cave.
All right, man. What do you say we give it another try, huh?
Just a minute, Mr. Parker.
Martha! I'm with you, Parker.
Good.
Me too, Mr. Parker. Anything you want, you just sing out. You know, I always thought you was the man to run this outfit. I always thought that.
You better go see if you can help Short. I think he might want to leave town.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and York, if he leaves, don't you think it'd be a nice idea if you went with him?
Yes, sir.
Okay, man, let's go, huh?
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Hurry. Oh, hurry. Please hurry. Please. You're not giving up? Oh, but he's in there. I know he is. You have to have faith. Don't you understand? Time is running out.
Mary, there might be a chance. We're coming into a chamber. The place that we did the double shoring the day that the schoolhouse got shaken up. Now listen, if he stayed there, there might be a chance. I need a heavier crowbar.
Oh.
Mrs. Bricker! Mrs. Bricker, get a doctor and hurry, will you please? Mary! Come back! It's not safe in there!
You see anything, Mr. Bricker?
You shouldn't be in here, Miss Parker. Where's George?
Wait.
Mary, you all right?
Oh, yes, but I found him. Oh, hurry, please hurry. It won't be long. I almost forgot to wind it. Oh, I know you're going to be all right now. I just know you will.
No one knows what happened to the original Pagarsky watch, which saved Rafe's life. It was, however, a watch like this. Now, the key inserts here, and it would run for 7 days, no more. Why, then, did Rafe Pagarsky's watch continue running 4 days beyond that period? Well, modern watch experts say the temperature was probably very low at Gregory's Gulch, and so was humidity. Now, these are factors that would give the spring more resiliency and keep the watch going longer. It's lucky for Rafe Pagarsky that Mary Parker, the young schoolteacher he later married, didn't know so much about watch springs.